Okay, fine. Now it's recorded. So I would like to show you some other organizations which actually are also going through this kind of things in the past. It's good to actually back yourself with some examples, and let's write some notes on these companies. I'll first show you with regarding to uh, with regarding to, yeah, these particular things. So I restate I restate the fact on what you see in the screen. Hi-Fi and Facebook. Oops, phone's battery is going to die. Hold on. Okay. Um, I restate about you know um, Facebook and Hi-Fi, as in like what it had and how it went through and things like that. It's all about innovations, and innovations is going to drive organizations better and to make it like better. These are some funny examples which we will actually discuss in the future. We have Google, Yahoo, and AOL. Raise up the hands of people who know what is AOL, and can you like tell me the meaning of AOL on the chat box? Guys, I'm waiting. What's AOL? Never heard about it. Oh gosh. Others? Taraka, Chandima, Chaturanga, Sakuni, Shiranta, Jeremy, Suresh, Suren Kumar, Amila, Tamara. Okay, some things have been posted. Let's go through them. Never chat platform, type of emailing system. Just got to know, no idea. Wow, awesome. AOL, before AOL, just to get an idea for us, how old do you think is the internet? Anyone? How old do you think is the internet? Can you like America Online? Good. Before we go on, Shavindri, with regarding to your question on the project, anyone has any questions on the project, please do call me and things like that. Also, with regarding to, is this relating to a medical course? Uh, This is the top. Guys, just hold on 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. Mm, 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 mm. Okay, right, done. I'm back. The internet was created. Hold on. The internet was created somewhere in 1989, and with regarding to 1989, internet has been there for a long time. So there was no Yahoo in the particular uh, particular thing. Okay, sir, what project are we talking about? I participated in the last online Zoom session. Don't know about the project. Okay, see, there is a project subject which students are supposed to do. A project is to find out about a problem happening in an organization, and you have to actually find a solution to that organization. Right? It's a final year project. I will get you from the portal. What are the details you got to know in that? And then once we have all those set, we can do it. So there are some students who have actually started that, so I just saw an email and I was just reading that. That's all. Coming back to AOL refers to, you said it correctly, it refers to America Online. As the internet is quite old, the internet is pretty old, from 1989. AOL is supposed to have AOL is supposed to have the oldest system of what we do today in Google. But only thing is that Google didn't have anything at that time, and AOL was giving everything whatever we needed. So like today we used to go to Google and just search on certain items on the news. Okay, what happens is AOL used to give some limited things. So AOL used to have their own emailing network, their own chat networks, things like that. How many of you all have heard of the word hotmail.com? Raise up your hands, guys. There are three dots in your topic, in your area. You can just raise up your hands. Okay, you can raise up your hands, you can show a thumbs up, all those, or you can just chat on the chat box. How many of you all have heard of MSN Messenger? MSN Messenger. These are very famous. Okay, very good. Suren, very good. These are very famous things which used to be there those days. If any one of you all have a hotmail.com, any one of you all have used hotmail.com, it was part and parcel of AOL, America Online. So those days, whenever the internet was first introduced in 1989. Okay, it was introduced in 1989. Internet comes to Sri Lanka after 1995, 1996. It kind of comes to Sri Lanka. The government officers used to work on the internet with regarding to that at that time. So at that time, what happens is, when anyone wants to do a search, they do it on AOL. We go on AOL and we do it a search on the internet. Likewise, later, somewhere in the latter part of 98, 99, a new system came called Yahoo. Suddenly, when Yahoo came, everything got disrupted in AOL. Everything got disrupted in AOL, and Yahoo came. Everyone gave up their MSN chats. Everyone gave up their Hotmail to a certain extent, or they had their Hotmail and they started Yahoo Mail. So they were practicing Yahoo Mail. And whenever we wanted to go through news, we didn't go through AOL, we went to Yahoo. So see how the strategies actually are changing for all these organizations. After some time in 2003 or 4, for everything it was Yahoo. Okay, anything we go to Yahoo. In 2003 or 4, Google came and destroyed all of these people. Google came and destroyed all of these people here. Just destroyed like nothing. Yahoo's email capacity was 1 GB. They gave 10 GB. The gap from 1 GB to 10 GB took 4 years for them to do. So Yahoo was giving initially, 1 GB, and they came to 1 GB because I think from 100 MB, 500 MB, this was the capacity. You can't keep more than 50 or 100 emails in your email account. Your email account gets busted. It happened to me twice. It happened to me once. Your email account gets busted when you have this. So you have to actually have very limited emails, and you have to delete things like that. What happens when 1 GB came? People were satisfied. 1 GB is quite a lot. Google thrashed all of these people. They gave 10 GB. Google came and they gave 10 GB straight away, and everyone is like, Yahoo is nothing. No, 1 GB. What do we do with 1 GB? We can't do anything. They suddenly went to Google, and when Google grew up like that, little by little, Google gave unlimited space. So at the moment, Google has unlimited space when you go on with this. Now to talk about strategic decisions. Talk about strategic decisions. I want all of you all to switch on their mics. Also, take on your notes. Take a pen. Always your book has to be nearby, right? Write down this particular question. Okay. As we study in strategic management, as we study in strategic management, as we study in strategic management, Google has come a long way. Google has come a long way. Google has come a long way. Google has come a long way, outbeating AOL and Yahoo. Google has come a long way, outbeating AOL and Yahoo. Outbeating AOL and Yahoo. This is all because of the decisions made by Google. This is all because of the decisions made by Google. All because of the decisions made by Google as to who Google is today. Decisions made by Google as to who Google is today. Now with regarding to this, 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 list down all the Google products you know. List down all the Google products you know, which has been created to give a superior customer benefit, which has been created to give a superior customer benefit, which AOL and Yahoo did not give. Superior customer benefit, which AOL and Yahoo did not give. Which AOL and Yahoo did not give. Okay, guys, hurry up. So AOL gave only a chat software called MSN and Hotmail. Yahoo also did the same thing. Google has given you many more stuff. I want you to list 25 products from Google. Your time starts now. List down 25 products of Google out of memory. If you're going to refer something on the internet, guys, it's not going to serve the purpose. Out of memory, try to do it. Anyone who wants to tell me some names can tell it on the microphone also. Let's start with number 1, Gmail. I'm going to start with number one, Gmail. Gmail is a separate product of Google. Now go on to list me 25 products of Google. Hurry up. Anyone reached 10 or 15? Raise up your hands. Come on, guys, make the class lively. Tell me what are the areas which you've been discussing. Anyone 10 or 15? Raise up your hands. Anyone done more than 15? Raise up your hands. Okay, we have one person with 10. Others? Can someone in the mic tell me what are the Google products which probably you all are looking into? Sanjana, can you tell me the stuff which you've written? Sanjana, Suren Kumar, can you all tell me the ones which you all have written?
Gmail, Gdocs, Google Mobile, Google Calendar.
What's Google Mobile?
Yes.
What's that? Pixel.
Yes.
Okay, say Pixel. Okay.
Okay. After that, Google Excel.
Okay.
Google Calendar.
Google Calendar. Good. Okay. Right.
That's it.
Okay, Sanjana. Other than these five, anything else?
Google Map.
Okay, Google Map. Good.
That YouTube.
YouTube. Good.
Connection.
Yeah.
Live TV channel and live BBC news channels.
Okay, what's the name of that?
Amazon, BBC, CNN.
No, no. Is it under
It's
Google
a news
directly?
channel, but TV
Okay.
channels, a lot of TV channels is there,
Is it under Google?
even local. It means that even Sri Lankan channels, some channels also under
Okay.
Amazon. Okay.
Okay. Amazon. I don't know. Are these under directly under Google? I just check. Anyway, anyone knows who owns Android?
Will Google Chrome comes under this?
Google Chrome will come.
Okay.
Google Earth. Sakuni, good. Google Earth. Anyone knows who owns Google? Sorry. Anyone knows who owns Android?
Google.
Yeah, it's owned by Google. Okay, so Android. You can also say Google Lens, Google Classroom, very good. Google Express, very good. There is something called Google
Google
Hangouts.
Translator.
Yes, when we go abroad, we use that Google Translator. Google. What's
And
Google?
It's just slides or
What's Google Cast?
Yes, Google
Linux
Cast.
casting the channel.
Google Photos, yes. Map, okay, we discussed. Right there, Google Lens, Google Meetup, Google Plus, Google Docs, yes. What else? What else? What else? Think. These some are already there in our phone. You know, we said Google Maps,
Google Messenger.
Google Messenger is called. I think that's only Google Hangouts. I think that's only Google
Yeah,
Hangouts.
is it?
Yeah. Google Sheet. I hope you wrote Google Plus. Google Plus is the social media thing, which was a failure. By the way, Google has these Google ads. Hey, we forgot Google ads. Yes. Hey, we forgot something else. Google
Google
Analytics.
Duo.
Okay. Also Google Analytics. Okay. Has anyone by chance reached 2530? Say okay or tell me the number. I think it's good. 2530. Anyone?
Google Groups.
Count and tell me how many. 20. Good. Good. Google Hangouts presentation. Anyone has reached 30? If you reach 30, good. Google Flights. What's that, Jeremy? I don't know about that. What's that? Google Play Music. Yeah. Google Home. Google Assistant. Hey, we missed Google Assistant. We missed Google Assistant. So later when you get time, go and search Google Expedition. Okay, good. When you get time, go on Google and see what are their future products in line. Okay, what are their future products in line? I'm going to tell you two products. There is something called Google Mirror. Google Mirror is going to be an augmented reality mirror in people who can afford it. They will have it in their houses. A smart mirror. The mirror will do more activities, more smart things than a normal mirror. A normal mirror is just normal, but a smart mirror will actually communicate with you. It will have a digital clock and things like that. We also have something called Google Toilets. Google will be developing something called Google Toilets, and Google Toilets is like, you know, when someone goes and urinates, it actually measures the content of your urine, and it'll tell you, like, you have not drunk much water. If your urine color is very dark, it's very bad, right? Dark yellow, dark green, these kind of colors, if your urine is, that means it's very, very bad. You're not drinking enough water. Your urine has to be like water, it has to be colorless like water. The more colorless it is, you are much more safe. Also, it will calculate how much sugar level is there in your urine, and it will give you a predictive analysis saying that your urine is not healthy enough, that you might have urine complication diseases, you can have kidney diseases, things like that. Or it will tell you that the sugar content of your urine is too high, you can get diabetes in this particular age, things like that. So that's about Google and all its products. I believe we have hit close to 30. I don't know, most of you all maybe wouldn't have believed that there are so much of products of Google. Wow. Just see how much of products of Google are around us. Now you have answered that question. That is okay. Now do you know what happened to Google, and do you know what happened to Yahoo and AOL? See the difference. This is the difference. What did AOL give you? Is there AOL translator? Is there Yahoo translator? We don't know all this. Within that, they have lot of things actually happening. You take Google Translator for an example. I used Google Translator 2 months ago in Russia. They have a smart lens. Google Translator initially started where I type something, the typing of that particular language gets translated, and I can show it. Now you have voice. Now I have voice. I can voice record my sentence in English, translate it to another language right there. So I made use of this in Russia. And in Russia, when I was looking at certain food items, I can't understand their language. So I saw that there is an update in Google Translator called the Google Translator Lens. Google Translator Lens. You have to press the lens, your camera opens. With the camera, you go and take it towards the product and keep it like that. It will translate that particular language into English and show to you what this food is. So this is the relevant things which is happening. Is Yahoo doing something like this? Does Yahoo have their own phone? No. Does AOL have their own mobile phone? No, they don't have. Do they have their own operating systems? No, they don't have. So what happens is that Google became Google because they gave all this. The Google innovation is being supported by whom? Employees. The Google innovation is being supported by whom? By employees. The employees are the people who actually gave all of this. Okay, the employees are the people who gave all of this when it came into understanding how Google is going to work and things like that. So that is why we make what do you say, that is why we make Google to be Google as it is. So the key thing is innovation. Leave a line and write this. Leave a line and write the most basic idea. The most basic idea we understand by the range of Google's products. The most basic idea what we understand through all the range of Google products, through all the range of Google products is that Google has given a vast option. Google has given a vast option has given a vast option for consumers and users to look into. For consumers and users to look into. But when it came into AOL and Yahoo, but when it came into AOL and Yahoo, when it came into AOL and Yahoo, they never had any processors. When it came into AOL and Yahoo, they never had any processors they never had any processors to keep the consumer locked up into their own brands. Keep the consumer locked up into their own brands. Locked up into their own brands. Even in today's business world, even in today's business world, Apple products Apple products Apple products are also known to Apple products are also known to create also known to create this kind of a loyalty, also known to create this kind of a loyalty, known to create this kind of a loyalty. This is known as strategic lock. This is known as strategic lock. Underline or highlight the word strategic lock. This is known as strategic lock. Underline or highlight the word strategic lock. Underline or highlight the word strategic lock. Okay, so I want you to look into the slides and we're going to go to our next exercise. What is your strategy? What's your plan? Your plan is to innovate. Your plan is to keep the processes lively with you. And what we do is we create a strategic lock-in. Okay, heading, creating a strategic lock-in. Create a strategic lock-in. This is the methodology of understanding. This is the methodology of understanding. This is the methodology of understanding. Methodology of understanding how to keep consumers within a certain framework. How to keep consumers within a certain framework. This framework would be either with their knowledge or without their knowledge. This framework would be either with their knowledge or without their knowledge. And that's why it's called a strategic lock. And that's why it's called a strategic lock. Strategic lock. Okay, right. So in my slides, I talk about strategic locks in actually a funny way. I show students this kind of this picture. What do you see in the screen?
Wedding ring.
Yeah. So do you know that the wedding ring, the joke goes that the ring resembles something very important, and there are three rings in a person's life. Number one is called the engagement ring, number two is called the wedding ring, and you know what's the third one? It's called suffering. you know the three rings. The wedding ring is something like this. It's a joke, okay, take it lightly. It's a lock. Can you see the picture in lock number one? It's a trap where you keep cheese, and and people get locked for the cheese. You also can do something like this to catch rats or things like that. Ancient type of those days in movies, in cartoons, you would see that people in prison are locked up like this. Chaturanga. People are locked up like this. This is a different way of how do you keep them locked up. Honestly, guys, I don't know how to say this in English, but අර සිංහලෙන් කියන්නේ you give the engagement ring, එතන lock එකක් තියෙනවා. එතකොට මොකද්ද? පිට යන්න බෑ. Right? It's locked, like you're hooked, you're committed. Why the hell there is an engagement before marriage? It's because suddenly when you come to marriage, what if the either parties decide, hey, I'll change up my mind, I don't think this is going to be good, or things like that. So what happens is, uh, uh, what happens is, gosh, uh, Chaturanga, how's marriage life going on? Just curious to know. Cool, guys. So why do we actually keep an engagement? Okay, either side, the girl wants to say that this boy is now mine. Okay, no stealing my boyfriend from anyone, and for the boy to know that you belong now to me, and vice versa. So the girl also gets committed by having an engagement, and the boy says that, everyone, this girl is now mine, I'm going to marry her. And you tell to the girl, you have to be committed with me. So it's kind of a strategic lock in a different way, to understand it with some humor and things like that. So we call it, like pite and the back. So you're like committed, and you're like locked in, and you are committed to go on with that. So that's kind of a pathway towards a marriage, a wedding, and things like that. Now from there I come into my topic, to say that this strategic lock can kind of be a trap. Google, coming back to our management theories now, going back to Google, maybe Google is doing it very calmly, very subtly, very very mildly. ලාවට කරන්නේ. If I want, I can use a Google Pixel, because it's Android, it's connected to Google, it can be connected to my email configuration, the system is easy, all this. Mind you, if you have a Google Pixel, I once had a Google Pixel, and kind of it got messed up because I used two phones and I couldn't connect both phones to one system. Had I used only one phone, I would say it's excellent. I had a Google Pixel with me, and I connected the Google Pixel to my Google Drive. You get unlimited free drive. I don't know whether you understand what I'm saying here. I have, guys, bought from Google some memory capacities. I have bought. They give 100 GB, 200 GB, or 100 TB to something they have like that. I'm paying annually, I'm paying monthly. Something is getting deducted from my credit card, and that's going. That is because of my activities on Google. I share my pictures on the system, on the cloud, so that I get some more memory and things like that. If you have Google Pixel, because the Pixel is your Google company's product and you're using Google Drive, uploading this is free and you don't need extra space to buy money. Your space is limited. So though even people have like that, if I by any chance I don't want to be in Google and I want to walk away from Pixel, away from Google Pixel phones, I can simply go and buy another Android phone. I can buy Huawei, I can buy Samsungs, I can buy anything. So the trap is a trap, but it's not like that much strong. Do you know where is the trap strong? Do you know where is it strong? Look at this picture. This is where the trap is strong at. This is where I'm coming into my note now. Okay. This is uh, Meredith, thanks for the advice. This is Apple having a strategic lock. Can anyone comment on how many of y'all are Apple users who are familiar with all what is here? Don't you think y'all are committed too much to this brand? Anyone please comment on the chat, or you can take the mic and tell me. You are locked into the Apple store. You have to pay certain things to get from that. You cannot come out of the iPhone. I'm talking about this particular thing here, iPhone. You are into it. If you have iPod, you are into it. You have to buy iTunes sometimes. You have to have a Mac phone. You have to have a MacBook. MacBooks have a lot of types now. You have to have iCloud. You have to have an iPad. iPad has a lot of innovative iPads now. I can see students using it. Isn't it obvious that the management, Sakuni, thank you for the comment. Isn't it obvious that the management decision is trying to hook you up with all that? Now, Adam, see, go back to history of what I'm trying to talk about. I am Chaturanga, I agree with you. I'll comment on that. I talked about AOL, Mokutmana, nothing. AOL, Mokutmana, nothing. Then, Yahoo. One step better is Yahoo. 10 steps better is Google. But can you see that Apple is 100 steps ahead of Google? Google has 30 products and Google is not locking everyone together. But to a certain extent, yes. To a certain extent, yes. Now, if I was very loyal to Google, I won't do my classes on Zoom. What will I do? I will be doing it on Google Classrooms or Google Meet or something like that, which I am considering on doing. I'm just trying to get some things sorted out, but I'm comfortable here with Zoom, and I like the recording system. I need to check if I do it in Google, and if my recording goes to the Google Drive, my space goes for a 6, guys, because an audio lecture or a podcast is different. A video lecture for 2.5 hours is very heavy. Because it's very heavy, when it goes to the drive, my goodness, it's a lot of weight of data there. Where is this data going? It's going from my drive. I don't want to fill up my drive because I'm already paying some amount of money, and I just want it normal. I'm comfortable with Zoom because Zoom, it goes to my computer. I can delete it whenever I want. I'll send the link, I'll upload it on YouTube, and I'll keep it. That's all. I don't have any much commitment. So that's what I like, the fact of using Zoom. But what I'm trying to say is that Google is having a little bit of a strategic clock, a mild strategic clock, a mild. When I am using a Samsung phone, okay, where's my phone? When I'm using a Samsung phone, and I go to buy a watch, most probably I'm going to buy a Samsung watch. If I don't get to buy a Samsung watch, I will go to the next alternative level. Well, I don't need to buy a Samsung watch. It's the same. I use Samsung phone and I buying a Samsung watch, or I use a Samsung phone and I buying an Android watch. An Android watch, it's the same. But when it comes into the Apple, it's not the same at all. It's not the same at all. You have to buy their related products. What happens is that switching cost is very high. Remember this word, I'll give you in a note. Switching cost is very high. One day a consumer wants to come out of iPhones, he has to change his entire system. One day you want to change your laptop, you want to change your tab, you have to change your entire system. It is not easy. You can't change your drive that easily. You can't change it. You can't change. If you are in Apple, you are on Apple. That's it. You do not have any ways of changing it. I'm a Samsung lover, no strategy clock. Yeah, kind of. In Samsung, you are more loyal to Android, and you are like free, so you're like okay. But when you are in Apple, you are kind of hooked up like the trap. You got engaged. You got engaged with strategic options for iPhone, and you have no options of actually coming out of it. So some of y'all have already commented to me in private also, saying that I cannot use another brand now. That's the exact point these people wanted to do to you. Google gave 30 odd products and still we can come out of it. Certain extent we can come out of it. We are not like paying money and loyally going into it. But iPhone is not doing that. What iPhone is doing is that iPhone is trying to keep you guys totally into it. Right? Okay. Under whatever you wrote, um, write write it here. What's that word I told you now? I told you the important word.
Switching.
Sorry. Switching cost. Okay,
Switching
switching
cost.
cost. Yes, correct. Thank you so much. I forgot that. uh, right. At the moment, leave a line and write. Okay. The reason why consumers are loyal to the Apple brand, the reason why consumers are loyal to the Apple brand, loyal towards the Apple brand, is because the switching cost is too high. It's because the switching cost is too high. Underline or highlight the word switching cost. The switching cost is too high. Can you quickly draw or write whatever which is there now in your screen like this? I know the presentation is there. I know the recording is there which you can listen. I know you can take a screenshot now. I know you can take a screenshot when the recording is going. However, it's not like writing it and keeping it in a booklet as well. Okay. This applies to you, it applies to me also. Whenever I take something, if it goes to the phone, it goes to the phone. Trust me, that's it. How many of times when I write something on the board, you come and take a picture of that in it and you keep it on the phone? That's it. When you keep it on the phone, you can't sometimes get it back. Example, my phone has 25,000 photographs. It has 25,000 pictures. Unless I take a picture and put it in a album, a folder, I can't find that picture again. So let's say that I'm going for a class, and 4 months ago the lecturer drew a diagram in the board and I took a picture. If I can't remember the class or the date of it, I can't trace it actually, because I always used to take photographs from my phone. I can't trace it back unless by then I put it in an album. But had I written this in a notebook, I would have found it easily. So I want you to draw it or write it or do something. Just put a circle and just put some arrows or whatever, and put this. Okay, I hope that's done. You can draw it, you can put arrows, you can, talk about anything like what it is. The secret behind this is innovation. Like, write a line there. The secret behind this is innovation. The more you can innovate, the secret behind this is innovation. The more you can innovate, the more you can innovate, the more you can innovate, the more you will be updated in the future. The more you will be updated in the future. The more you will be updated in the future. Okay, updated in the future. Full stop. Okay, look at the screen. This is just some humor added to whatever I have been collecting rather. Can you believe in 1977 there was a movie based on Iron Man, and what you see in 1977 Iron Man is that, what you see in 2008 Iron Man is this. Would you believe that things had changed like this? When I'm showing you these funny examples, keep organizations in your head. For now, you can keep, whatever I've been speaking on AOL to Yahoo to mobile phones, because currently they are looking at, upgrading and things like that. Would you believe that some time back, in 1940s, the Superman movie had a character like this. A Superman, he had little bit of tummy, no muscles. His kit was like that. His cape was not that long. You can see his hairstyle. Later, Superman's kit became more masculine, more with six packs. For the first time in the last Superman, his underwear went in. Else, he used to wear his underwear out. What do you think of Batman? Batman's earlier kit was like a small kids costume. It used to be like that until in the recent last 5-10 years we saw some updates in that as well. It's because people are updated and they want more, they want to know more, they want a better offering from the organization. And movie, why am I talking about movies is, people who create these characters are done by studios, designers, movie agencies are also companies. They want to actually highlight and create new stuff to keep their audience locked into it. They want you to be with Marvel, or they want you to be with certain producers like that. Would you believe that this particular guy in the left hand side used to be Incredible Hulk? I watched all the movies on this, right? And by 2012 Hulk became very big, very fat, uh, kind of like an unhealthy guy who has eaten a lot of McDonald's, KFC junk food. The guy on the left hand side is just human. He's human means he's a real life size figure painted in green. Uh, Whereas the guy in the right hand side, he is an animated creator, an animated creation being done. The guy on the left hand side is now old. He is about at least he might be about 60 years old or 50s at the moment. Last I saw him in Telesyn marketing, talking and promoting about certain exercise equipments. You would have seen him. That is the guy who acted in Incredible Hulk. What about Wolverine? Did he have a transformation? Yeah. People wanted, their superstars to have beard, to be more masculine, more rough, more six packs and things like that. So for your info, Wolverine was less innovative some time back, and after 2013 he got quite innovative. So this is how it goes. What about Wonder Woman? The style of Wonder Woman and things like that, it also has the same thing. What about the Joker? Wow, the transformation for Joker has actually been far more one of the most successful characters in the movie industry. All the three characters who acted for the Joker have been very uh, outspoken more than even the main character. It is one rare instant that the villain got the center of the attention more than the main actor. So in Batman, the old Batman, okay, not the old, the last Batman and Joker, kind of the Joker's character was so well, it was so lively that people began to talk about the Joker's character than the Batman character. Uh, how many of y'all, I don't know, have watched the movie Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? They used to be like very baby-faced creatures and small teenage kind of ongoing ones. The latter movies which came afterwards in terms of animation gave them muscles, some maturity. Only thing is they don't look teenagers, they look like thugs. Apart from that, it was quite good. I watched this movie Thor in 1970s 1980s. They actually shot this movie and it's also on YouTube. Hulk and Thor was in one particular setup. Can you believe that this is Thor in 1980s and he looked really awesome until in 2013-14 Thor became fully modified. Same goes to the Robocop. Uh, Only thing with the Robocop, I don't know how many of you all will agree, but most of my previous students used to tell me that everyone looked new, better in the updated one, but in terms of Robocop, he looks good in the old one. The left hand one looks better than the right hand one. People like that. What about Captain America? What about Captain America? Again, the guy in the left hand side looked like these Halloween costumes which you may find in various shops and things like that. The right hand one looks quite serious. Same way which created what made Gmail and what made Hotmail or Outlook to be like that. The capacity of uh, mails being put. How can you use it as an app in your phone and things like that. There was a laptop called Gateway those days, and Gateway laptops had high competition with Dell laptops. I don't know how many of you all are familiar with the version of Gateway. It is kind of famous in some countries. In other countries, Dell's main competitor was IBM. I think you know about IBM. It was with IBM, but here it is basically with Dell. And we see about how disruptive innovations are internally taking. We discussed this on the case of Nokia. Nokia could not innovate because of a particular reason. Quickly going off to the next slide. However much we talk bad about Nokia, we miss the good times of Nokia. Anyone who owned this phone will understand the reason. What's the model of this phone, my dear students? What's his model? No, Taraka, no Yuvani, no. Chandima, yes, it's 3300. 3310. Sorry. It's not 3300. Sorry. It's not 1100. It's not 3300. It's anyone? It's 3310. It's 3310. Okay, so 3310 is the model which we are comparing here. How many of y'all remember that there was a time we used to collect these Celtel cards? We call it cell cards. Buying this and collecting this was kind of uh, what would I say? Kind of like a trend. If anyone has these cards, it's like, you know, magic, because the future generation will not know how probably we used to reload. Today there is reload from 50 rupees. I can reload, I think, online. I can reload going to a kiosk. You know, I can do all these stuff. But earlier we had to buy 400 or 450 rupee card and then use 1000 rupee card and then use. So there you go, guys. Getting back to our lesson. Let me come out of this and let me go to the strategic management side. So we are going ahead of this, and we've listed more organizations than what we are discussing, and we are looking at more practicability of what is it. Uh, these are standard things which we did last week also. Like, what's the use of running if you are not on the right road, if you don't know where you come from, you know, you don't know where you stand, and all these things we looked into. We looked into disruptive innovations, which is replacing things in the field of organizations and things like that. Winners versus losers. So we discussed about losers last week. About winners, we have Netflix, Uber, Amazon. Netflix, Uber, Amazon, and we go into talking about an organization like Walmart. Just to give you what Walmart is, Sam Walton started it in year 1962. Some of you all might know about Walmart. Some of you all might not know about Walmart. It's one of United States' largest supermarket store, which sells very cheap products, or products at a very cheaper price. If you want to buy a Coke can outside Walmart, you might have to pay $2. If you buy it at Walmart, you might have to pay $1. It's quite cheap in when it comes into various things. All in all, if I tell you the largest Walmart I've visited, I would say it's about 10 times the size of Majestic City. And I am not exaggerating. I am serious. Anyone who has visited Walmart will understand this, right? I'm serious that it's 10 times the size of Majestic City. How many of you all have gone to Cargill's big city in Moratua or Ratmalana? If you go to Cargill's big city and see in Ratmalana, that's supposed to be one of the largest supermarkets in Sri Lanka. You know, the Cargill's. A Walmart should be about 6 to 7 times even larger than that, and pretty much the same products are repeated, so that you have that. Choices are very wide. If you want to buy a shampoo brand in Sri Lanka, you have to select from about 15-20 varieties of shampoo. If you go to Walmart, you have to select from about 200 varieties of shampoo. So there are 200 varieties of shampoo, and you got to select from that. It's that complicated. Now coming into the topic on what made Walmart to be Walmart. Okay, they started in 1962, and it owns uh, you know 21 lakh of employees. Okay, 21 lakh, 2.1 million employees they have around the world. Today the family, the Walmart family, or we call it the Sam Walton family, is running the show. The Sam Walton family who is running the show is called the world's richest family. Like, you have the world's richest people, world richest family. So let's look into what made them do that. Is because of the location they had, information systems, logistics, human resource, barcode technology, shifting unsold stock, low prices. These are the things which actually made it into what it is. Now we come into streamlining certain things on what we have to understand in terms of strategy versus strategic management. Strategy, a series of goal directed decisions and actions matching an organization's skill and resources with the opportunities and threats in its environment. A series of goal directed decisions and actions matching an organization's skills and resources within the opportunities and threats in its environment. Guys, it's the way you create the pathway, the way you create your way, the way you create what you want to go. So a series of goals directed the direction I'm going to on this road. When you're going through that, the decisions and actions matching an organization's skill, do you have the skills of doing that? Do you have the skills of doing that? And with all these skills, you are supposed to have the relevant resources to do this. You are supposed to have the relevant resources to do this based on the opportunities and threats in the environment. Every company wants to become the market leader, but how many of them have a strategy to become the market leader is very few. Everyone wants to become first in class, but how many are going to work hard to become first in class is very few. So it's about a decision of whether you can do it or not. Strategic management is how do you manage that situation. Strategic management is how do you manage that situation. Analyze current situation. Okay, analyze current situation, develop appropriate strategies, put strategies into action, evaluate, modify to change strategy. So what happens in strategic management is that we create the pathway. The pathway is created and one we are breaking it into chunks in what is going to be done. Strategy, which is in my left hand side, what you see here is, let's say me, Intikab, I want to become the president of Sri Lanka. My strategy is that I'm looking at what's happening in the environment. I'm looking at what's happening externally. I'm looking at what's happening internally. I'm looking at what's my competitors doing, all that. And I have decided on a journey to go on this way. I have decided on a journey to go on this way. While that's happening, when it comes into strategic management, how do you manage your journey? What are your goals every month? What are you going to do? These type of things, Ranavira, thank you. These type of things, I would actually say that, you know, it's important to know how you're going to do it. Let's take another example. Strategy. My strategy is to, you know, let's say participate in Mr. World. But what's my strategic management on my body? I have to control my eating. I have to control my sugar levels. I have to control my diet. I have to do more exercises. I have to do more walking. I have to take supplements maybe. Strategic management is what you're going to do. Another example. Sachin Tendulkar strategy is to become. Sachin Tendulkar's strategy is to play first 11 for the entire Indian national team. So for the national team of India, they want to play first 11. What's the strategic management? Supporting strategic management with regarding to that is, which age should I start playing club cricket? What are the matches I should go to? How many hours a day should I practice? What should I do by when? What shouldn't I skip? What shouldn't I skip? The little uh, items which you have to do is actually called strategic management. Come to your notes and write a heading: strategy versus strategic management. Strategic versus strategic management. Underline it. And under that, write strategy is the overall strategy is the overall Strategy is the overall direction in what you would want to achieve. Is the overall direction in what you would want to achieve. Strategic management is strategic management is strategic management is when you break when you break all that into little chunks. When you break all that into little chunks, what would you do to achieve what? What would you do to achieve what? It's like Coca-Cola having its overall market leading plans, overall market leading plans, overall market leading plans. And afterwards you can understand that, achieving these plans within a year is not easy. Achieving these plans within a year is not easy. Is not easy unless you have little goals. Is not easy unless you have unless you have little goals. Unless you have little goals. And these little goals are the strategic management components. These little goals are the strategic management components which you are supposed to manage. Components which you are supposed to manage. Okay, quickly, we have another 15 minutes more. Introduction to strategic management is now where we understand that successfully formulates and implements value creating strategies based on sustainable competitive advantage. Somewhere, if you can just write a note and keep the word sustainable competitive advantage is very important. It's how do you create long-term plans, long-term. Okay, to do it long-term and in a way where people can't copy you, in a way where you can add a lot of values and things like that. Second, to earn above average returns. To earn above average returns. What is meant by earning above average returns? It's where you are going to perform beyond other people on how they are performing. To create value for stakeholders. To create value for stakeholders. So strategic management is somewhere where you try to do these things. Create value for stakeholders. Try to do average above average things and try to be sustainable. Now, some important things can be at all organizational levels: company, business, company level, business unit, functional area, product, customers, etc. I will be talking about what levels are we talking about here in the next class. I'll show you the slide. I'm talking about these levels here. Can you see the slide now? Okay, we will be discussing this next level, right? Next, big picture. To have a big picture, long-term, major impact, significant, a platform for other decisions and actions. Okay, uncertainty, big bets on unknown future. So you might have to take risks, risks like what's happening now. The managements are taking quick decisions in organizations. They are sometimes the senior management are sacrificing their salary. Some people are having a 50% cut in their salary, and some people are having certain problems to pay their bills and things like that. So these are decisions actually which is currently being taken, and you have to be very careful on these type of things in what you do. Tasks involved in strategic management: defining business and stating a mission. We will be developing visions and missions, plans, goals. I would explain a vision or a mission in a very simple way, I would say, what's the dream of your organization? That's what I would say. This is like we ask a young kid, what do you dream in becoming? What's your dreams? What's your dream plan? What's your dream goal? A dream is something which I keep thinking, it comes all over to my head. One day I dream I have to start something like this, I have to do this in my career, one day I have to do that, one day I have to do this. It's a dream. This constantly strikes you. You will one day believe it in and you will do it. So everything starts in a dream. When we ask a lot of young people, a lot of small people, what do they say? My dream is to become a doctor. Why is it that my dream is to become a doctor? That's a dream, that's a liking. So what is the organization's dream behind that? Setting measurable objectives. Okay, what you will achieve, by when, why, by what date, things like that. Crafting a strategy to achieve objectives. Okay, so an annual plan should be divided to a weekly plan, a monthly plan, a daily plan, things like that. The organization has a plan that they have to achieve 10 million in 1 year. You don't come in October, November and see whether you have the 10 million or not. If it's 10 million in 1 year, it's 5 million in 6 months and 5 million in this 6 months. Now in that 6 months, you divide it to even furthermore 6 weeks. Likewise, you keep you have to keep doing it. Crafting a strategy to achieve objectives. Crafting I told that, right? Implementing a strategy, doing it. Evaluating performance of the strategy by reviewing new developments and taking corrective actions. Whenever we develop a strategy, we have to look into take new actions in how do we do it. Now before COVID-19, as you know, January 2020 starts, a lot of people created their strategies, a lot of people created their dream plans. In 2020 January, people have already remember that COVID-19 came in December. Okay, in Wuhan, coronavirus hit there in December, and January things were going on, February things were going on. Somewhere in mid March to end of March only, everything got struck. So 3 months there was things going on, but it didn't strike anyone's eyes as to how serious this would be. So what I want to say is that organizations in January have created their targets, have created their goals, have created their profit dreams. Okay, oh, my organization is going to achieve this, my organization will achieve that. These kind of actually goals have been already created by these people. So what happens is uh, your plans have been outdated by now. That's what I'm trying to say. Anyone who has had any strategies in Jan February, all your strategies, write it in a paper like that, squash it and go and throw it in your dustbin. All those are outdated, all those are now not applicable. Strategies for April, May, June is different. Strategies for April, May, June is totally different, my dear friends. It's totally off. Organizations are scratching their heads now to understand what to do, what is going to be survival in the next couple of months, what are we going to do, how are we going to do this. Okay, how are we going to do this, etc. It's going to be a very serious, I would say it's going to be a very serious kind of a thing actually to do. So evaluating performance of strategy, reviewing the new developments and taking corrective action is important. You have developed a strategy, but now you're going to fall out, you're going to fall back. You can't achieve 10 million the way you planned in January, and this applies to all organizations. My dear friends, think of what has happened to tourism. Think as what has happened to tourism in industries where they are depending on tourism. What is the daily current bill for Shangri-La, Hilton, Kingsbury? What's the daily current bill? Now there is no way of doing any business. Everything is off. They have to pay salaries. The occupancy of all these hotels are almost zero. Mount Lavinia Hotel, guess how many guests are they staying there? Zero. I know so many people who started their businesses in the tourism travel industry very newly. They started in January and they are not doing well at all. Not doing well, there is not doing anything at all, I would say. uh, Anything relating to the travel industry, embassies, air ticket agents, travel air ticket itinerary people, the airlines itself, people who are doing catering for the airlines, air hostesses, all this it's got affected. All this it has got affected. Every industry has got affected like that. Okay, every industry has got affected like that. So it's a very serious, I would say, a serious thing to actually look into when it comes into the organizing side and understanding, you know, how this actually is going to go on with. So last two slides for the day. uh, we can, the way I'm coming into this, you can understand that the organizations are going to have a gap of where are we now, where should we go, how do we minimize this gap, where are we now, where should we go, how do we minimize this gap. Think that you are a cricket team and you are batting second. Your team who bat first in their first innings has scored 250 runs in 50 overs. What's your average per over? 5 runs an over. Now you are at zero. You have to reach 250 runs. You have to reach 250 runs on over. 255 runs and over to 250 runs for 50 overs. Have you seen that line graph which shows where is the organization now? No, not organization. Where is the team now? Where was the first team now in the same time in 10 overs? Now the required run rate can be high. Now the required run rate can be high. Now the required run rate can be high, and so on. So this is how guys, the way we are looking into having the gap, the organizational gap, and how do we minimize the gaps and things like that. So where do we want to go and where can we go realistically? We actually plan various parts of how do we do this. So the final slide for today is just to motivate you that there are various plans which we can actually do. You have to keep contingencies. You have to keep your alternatives. You have to create alternatives for yourselves. Don't put all the eggs in one basket. Keep different plans. Keep different pathways. If one plan, if one pathway is not going to be fruitful, it's not going to come along, make sure that you understand that there are other options. So if plan A did not work, we always say, what's your plan A? That means you have a plan B. That's why you say plan B. And some people have plan C's. Okay. If plan A, you would have seen these Mission Impossible movies, detective movies, secret agent movies. They say, you know, plan A is aborted. We've stopped it. It's cancelled. Move to plan B. Then when they are drawing the sketch of the plan, you know, like let's say robbing a bank, you know, they say that plan A is this, we rob the bank. I think you would have seen this in Batman and Joker, you know, plan A is this, we go to like this, we rob like this. But if this happens, if then we move to plan B. But never mind, we also have a plan C. So now people are very confident. That's how organizations create their plans. While we go on like this, what if a recession hits Sri Lanka, which now the recession is going to come into it. Sri Lanka and in the whole world entirely in the next 3 months will be very crucial. We're going to go with the worst economic condition in Sri Lanka, the worst economic conditions. We're going to go with the worst economic conditions in Sri Lanka. Other countries will also go with it: New Zealand, Australia, France, Germany, United States, Canada. All these people will go through. Only thing is, my dear friends, that these countries are developed countries. If they fall down, they might do something to get back. But India, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Maldives, Africa, we are all poor countries. it is very hard, for us to actually come out. So we are going to go through a recession. We need to now create our plan B's, plan C's. Now organizations are doing this. Didn't you see that circular thing which was circulating on WhatsApp about Mars Holdings and Brandix? They have said that salaries will be deducted by 50%. Salaries will be deducted by 50%. Number one. Number two, anyone who has is not a permanent employee, they will give you a certain salary and they'll ask you to be at home. They won't. Your job won't be needed. You know, in the company. So they are taking decisions like this. Any purchasing decisions have been kept on. Any selling decisions are not going to work. So these decisions are actually there, and it's important to actually look into it. So if plan A did not work, the alphabet has 25 more letters. Stay cool. There is plan B, plan C, there is plan D, and there is plan E, and so on. It goes on like that. This is how the organizations do whatever they want to exactly do. Okay, folks, we are done for today. Let's leave it now for the next 5 minutes. It's going to hit 3 o'clock. Question and answer. Any questions, please ask. Any questions, please ask. You can ask it on the mic. You can chat and ask as well. Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Okay, I suppose no. So far is everything cool? Everything okay? Okay.
Yes, sir.
So very good. So let's hope and pray for a quite successful event in this coming week. There is a talk going on that curfew will be lifted or taken off. I don't know. Okay, just a talk. Okay, it's a rumor. Also, I believe by 30th of this month, by 30th of this month, there by 30th of this month there can be actually sometimes if nothing if nothing is going wrong, chaturanga, if nothing is going wrong, meaning Sri Lanka has kind of flattened the curve, and Sri Lanka is okay to what I would say, Sri Lanka is like quite okay to uh, you know go ahead with whatever they have actually planned in the future. Now, just in case if one or two cases still come on, Sri Lanka says that they are tolerable as long as there is no 25-30 coming on daily basis. They can take off the curfew by 30th of this month, and life might get back to normal by May first week. So let's hope for it and see how it works. My plan Z got failed. I'm going for numeric now. Joke. Thanks a lot, sir. No questions. Done and dusted, guys. So class number 2 is done. I will meet you with the organizational structure next week. Have a nice weekend, guys. We'll meet you next class. Take care, guys.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome. Welcome, Tarika. Welcome, Sakuni. Welcome, Yoni. Have a nice day, Suren. Welcome, Chantima. Thank you, Suren. Welcome.